Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Spartan 077, basically responding to your second video to me about the Quran, the Devil's Book response that I gave to Mr. Venom Fang. You asked, can the prophets be deceived by the devil? And no, I don't. In the teaching of Islam, they're not deceived by the devil. The point of the video that I had created, I think that's probably something that you missed when you watched my video, is that Mr. Venom Fang X was saying that, how do we not know that the angel Jibreel alayhi salam was not the devil speaking to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And my point to him was that, how do you know that it was actually God that spoke from the burning bush to Moses? Yes, as a Muslim, I believe that, and in the Quran it talks about that how God spoke with Moses, from that bush, and my point was that you have this belief that God gives His messages, but how can I just like he questioned, how do we know it was actually the angel of God and not the devil? My question is, how do we know that it was God, not the devil disguised as a burning bush, or the devil disguised as a dove, or the devil disguised as Jesus? And that's where Paul came in, because Paul never saw Jesus in his life, and he saw a figure which he assumed to be Jesus. How do we know it was Jesus and not the devil impersonating Jesus? And that was my point of the video. It comes back to faith. And if you listen to the video, I haven't listened to it in a while, and I should have listened to it before I recorded this video. But if you listen to what I was saying, if I remember correctly, it was more that you have to have faith that this is the case. You have to have faith that it was God that spoke from that burning bush. You have to have faith that it was God that spoke when that dove was seen. You have to have faith that Paul saw Jesus. Okay? Just like I have to have faith that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ spoke to the angel Jibreel ﷺ in the cave of Hira. So that is my point. My point is that it is only by faith that we believe these things. It's not by divine inspiration that we know these things, right? And that was the point of that video. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you watch the video again, you'll see that that's what I was trying to point out. That how do we know that what you believe? Like you said, all of the people spoke to God directly in the Bible, but how do we know that? How can we be for certain? That is the question, right? And that was basically based on, and the reason that question arose is because of, Mr. Venom Fang questioning how do we know that the angel was actually Angel Jibreel or Gabriel rather than the devil? And I think if I can't make it any clearer than that was the point of my video. All right. If it still doesn't make sense to you, let me know and I'll try to explain it to you a little bit further. Alright, with that, to the rest of my viewers that are watching, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.